We've had 2 Have a Word submissions.
Well, we've had loads, but you've picked 2.
Yeah, I've picked 2. So, hello, Lids. Can you have a word with my sister? She's threw her dummy out the pram because she's got a new girlfriend and has been with her for 6 months or so. Now, her birthday's just been, and I've got no pictures of my sister with her new girlfriend. So I took an old picture from my sister's wedding of her and her ex-wife and photoshopped the new girlfriend's face on her ex-wife's face.
Oh, fuck.
They've now both deleted me off Facebook and are having a sulk about it. Tell her to grow up and take a joke. Cheers, Lids. So, Hal, do you think that this lad do you understand what he did?
Yeah.
Do you think what he did should be taken as a joke? Do you think it should be fine? Or do you think maybe his sister's got a point? Like, for example...
What's he implying? Touchy lesbians? Bloody hell, they're so touchy!
But they're usually not. They're usually quite solid, tough people. But I'm... Shit. Oh, shit. I got excited. I got excited by the political incorrectness of this podcast. No, they're not. They're love. I'm actually... Can I say...
about the fucking lesbians, mate. They're quite robust.
I love lesbians. I always...
Take a fucking joke.
No, but I've always... Sorry, that's huge stereotype.
Of course it is, Hal. But I used to trade on huge stereotypes.
But I used to go down quite well with lesbians.
Did you?
No, but not in that way. But there was a gay club in London that Simon... Do you remember Simon Happily? No. Happily yours. I'm Simon Happily. I'm happily yours. He looks like Just Jack out of Jack, out of that thingy, Will and Grace. And he used to run this gig at Bar Comedy Camp, and I would always be billed as the campest straight man in London. Okay. And I'd walk out on stage and go, and every time I literally would go, I'm not that camp, am I? And a whole room of gay and lesbian people would go, yes, you are. But I always did well with lesbians. I think they just think I'm as, I'm not as bigoted as I actually am.
I honestly think if your comedy goes down well with gay people and lesbians and people from ethnic minorities, it's because your comedy's not fucking horrible and douchey.
Exactly. It shows you're failing on a certain level.
I love it. Manchester's got a huge gay population, and I love it when you play to like gay couples at the front, or there's it's great, and you're like, oh yeah, this works. My comedy works because, no one's victimized in my comedy.
Also, just to do a positive stereotype, from my experience, people from the LGBT community have got such a strong sense of humor that they tend not to get very offended by anything, even humor at their expense. I've told this story before, I think, but I've got a routine which fucking every single one of our listeners is probably sick of me talking about. The Victoria's Secret routine, which is about them...
I've never heard of it.
Saying that they'd never have a fat or a transgender model, and I did it, and there was a woman with blue hair, middle-class white woman at the store in London who was like, this is so offensive, it's really transphobic. And a trans woman shouted, well, I'm trans, and I think you're a fucking idiot, shut up. And I've got that footage, and it just, because of the zoom on the camera, it's just not quite worth putting out, so that's why I put a different version out, but...
Yeah, it's the Karens, isn't it? It's all the fucking wallflowers.
Yeah. But that's always the problem with being offensive. It's usually other people. I remember doing a gig in Cheltenham on my tour, and I said, this is a very white room. And as I said it, I saw a black woman, and I went, oh, a black woman. It's just really... And I promise you, and she looked back up at me, and I went, and I honestly said, is it tough being black in Cheltenham? And her timing was beautiful. She just went, it is now. I was like, hey, that was class. That was absolutely. Yeah. But you do, but
precision.
It's just the comedian mind working, isn't it? When you're like, oh, it's very white. Oh, it's not very white, and then oh my god.
But it is that thing of people when you're joking or pointing something out, other people they're sort of trying to hide their own phobias or their own bigotry by being all very... It's like when my grandparents would meet. I remember a black friend coming to my house at a Christmas party, and my grandparents were like, "Oh, hello, lovely to meet you. Oh, how lovely!" They were so excited because they're actually really quite racist, and they really thought I'm meeting a black person. And I think But there is that thing, isn't there? And you can see that in certain country areas, certain parts of the country where there's not many different races. Everybody's more tense and wanting to be nicer because they know.
I like subtle homophobia, watching subtle homophobia. So now when people are like, oh my God, I'm gay. Now, genuinely, as a nation, we're so used to like the entertainment sector feeding us. That's what a gay man looks like. People are like, yo, I like gays, you know, and you're like in the small village, like, yeah, we're fine with gays, but they don't like it when someone's like, hi, my name's Dave and this is my husband Rich, and they're like, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? You're not gay. You're not gay. Alan Carr's a gay. What kind of fucking gay are you? He's called fucking Rich. Doesn't seem very gay to me. Like, that's a new layer of homophobia to deal with when you're like, well, if you're not going to fucking flounce around, I mean, you're not even earning my respect.
Very true.
Don't stick fucking Photoshop pictures on anyone's face.
So if
I'm
like,
torn,
for your and Laura's anniversary, if I got a moon pig card printed and it was you and Laura, but I replaced, I did some digging, found Laura and her ex-boyfriend, and just put your face on him, would that bother you?
Derek, we call him Derek. He comes up. He was a bell end.
Was he really called Derek?
No, he wasn't.
Oh,
but it's like the little thing name we've got for him.
What was his real name?
He was such a rat, mate. Like and Laura looks back and goes, I can't believe I was with this fucking bell end for so long. But he has really made my life easier because every time I'm not just a massive, horrible cunt, she's like, well, you're doing all right.
That is true.
You're doing all right.
That's great.
I use that.
But yeah, I don't think it'd go well. Just with present ideas. With Christmas coming up.
Would it piss you off, though?
No. No. When you got your ball out before, when we were doing promo, I was trying to record an advert. He got his testicle out and flicked it at me. I nearly lost my temper. But with that photoshopping, yeah.
I do think there is a problem. I don't want to cause extra problems for the sister. If she's sensitive about that, there's a problem in her current relationship. That's what I reckon. If you're that I think it's a major. I think it's, I say that as,
Yeah, maybe she's still in love with her ex.
Yes.
I don't think this is an isolated incident.
No.
I think this guy has photoshopped a picture, gone, I'm doing a joke. I'll have a word. I'll write in and tell them. I don't think this is the first instance of bellendery that he's fucking... Yeah, so I think it might be...
just fed up with him.
I mean, he's one of ours. You can tell he's one of ours. And I love him, but I don't think this is... What have I ever done before? I think if the sister wrote in, we'd have an itemised list of fuckwittery. Good one, though. Sorry, Lyd, we're not on your side on this one, but...
I am. I think what you did was funny.
Course Adam is.
Well, yeah, I'm up for any joke, do you know what I mean? She needs to fucking wise up, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She just needs to chill out.
No one likes a fucking uptight lesbian. Be sound. I want a sound lesbian.